It's Jumble House and time for a new Sunday challenge. What are we going to be making or drawing or writing this week? Let's ask Georgie. Hello everybody and welcome to today's Sunday challenge. We're going to start a new project today and it's all about paper. And it's very simple. You don't need very much and you can use any kind of paper, everything you've got in the house. But do remember to ask an adult first. We're making this pot and everybody here in Jumble House has got lots of ideas about what they were going to use it for, and Judy is here to show us how to make these tubes out of paper. You need some magazines and they need to be fairly small magazines because the big magazines have such large pages that it's very difficult. And a pair of scissors and some paper glue and a container. We used a tin, but if you want to put something wet in it like flowers maybe, then it's a good idea to use a plastic container. So first of all, we have to make lots of these tubes. So look, Judy's got a sheet of paper and she's using a straw. You can use a pencil if you want slightly bigger tubes. And look, she's starting with the corner of the piece of paper and rolling it tightly round the straw, keeping it very firm, and then just pushing the straw along so it evenly gets covered by the sheet of magazine. Then you need to take the glue and just stick the corner. Make sure the actual corner has got glue on it. That is a really important bit. And then make sure that that is stuck. Don't squeeze it, but just gently press to make sure that everything is stuck. And that's your first tube done. These flyers make really good tubes as well. You know, the ones that you can get from shops and banks and maybe from clubs like gymnastic clubs and tennis clubs and judo clubs. Maybe if you belong to a club, perhaps you'll be able to make your very own container to advertise your club. But these flyers do cost a lot of money, so it's really important that you don't just take a lot. You should ask. Often you'll find that people have got ones that are out of date and they'll be able to give them to you. Often you find that your straw or pencil gets stuck in the tube, but it's quite easy to get out. Just get another straw or pencil and push that through the narrow end and you'll find that your straw or your other pencil will shoot out of the wider end. Once you've made lots and lots of tubes, then it's time to decide really whether you want them all the same size or different ones, because now is the time to cut them so you can measure them up to your container and decide what you want to do. You can titivate it a bit at the end, but it is harder. Then you start spreading the glue quite thickly onto the container. Just do about a third at a time. And start sticking all your tubes of paper on, making sure that the end where it stands up is nice and neat and that they all go to the same spot and they don't overlap, because otherwise it won't stand up. Then you need to take an elastic band. You might need help with this so you don't dislodge the tubes, and put the elastic band over everything to keep it really firm and to make sure that the tubes stick on. And then leave it for about half an hour and it's finished. But you may have some leftover tubes, or you may want to just put some different ones on as well, maybe some different coloured ones. And that makes a kind of 3D effect. I think I'm going to use mine for the grissini. And I think it'd be really nice to put flowers in, but I'll have to use plastic. And I'm going to keep my pencils in it. And I'm going to make a drink cooler. If I use a plastic container and put ice in the bottom, I'll be able to stand my glass in and keep my drink cool. Well, those are all really fantastic ideas, and I'm sure you've got lots of others at home too. So have fun making your container, and next week we'll be back with more ideas of things that you can do with paper. I hope you've enjoyed the video and that you will subscribe to our channel and like our Facebook page. So that's all from me, Georgie, and from Judy and everybody at Jumble House. Until next time. Don't forget there's lots of previous Sunday challenges on the website, and Magic with Lizzie Witch, and cooking, and travel, and there's even English lessons.